Just your immediate reaction to today's defeat, please.
Of course, there is frustration or disappointing because we couldn't achieve what we wanted to achieve when we came here, even knowing that the quality of the opponent and the difficulty of to play and to achieve something in that stadium. The feeling that I have is that we did enough things to can achieve something else.
It felt like your team started the game for the first 10 minutes well, quite bright, and then when the first goal went in, maybe on the counter-attack, just struggled to recover from that goal.
I think that we knew that right now Norwich feel more comfortable making transition than making positional attacks. They feel stronger in the counter-attack, but we knew this before the game, and it's difficult sometimes to accept that they have used very well the transition because they are good on this, but we needed to have defend better the action of the goal, because this action make more difficult the game, because it was perfect for them to adapt to the game plan that they had, that was defend in a low block and be focused in the counter-attacks, and was difficult for us because we needed to be exposed more and to be more open and to attack more with the risk to suffer counter-attacks too. And I think the starting minutes of the second half were the key minutes too, because for me in these minutes we make enough things. We should have draw the game, but we didn't find accuracy in the chances that we have, and after in the counter-attack they have the possibility to, or the moment to score the second goal and make it difficult to achieve something today.
I was going to mention, obviously you had the injury and the change, and then you made the change with Andy at half time, and the start of that second half, you just called it key there. There was the Swift chance, and Wallace close as well. Could have been different, couldn't it, if you'd have taken those chances?
I think it was our moment there to draw the game and to can change the momentum, but in football, win the one that use better the chances that they have.
Did you think that the change you made at half time was necessary? Obviously, how did you see what you hoped Andy would do that maybe wasn't happening in the first half?
No, Rich was injured in the minute 25 because yes, in one tackle they changed his ankle, and that's why he dropped his level, because in the first minute he was excellent receiving the pockets and giving continuity to attacks. And Okai was suffering one injury during the warming up in his back, and that's why we changed him in the first minutes of the game too.
Are either of those serious, do you know? Or?
I think with Okai spasm,
yeah.
And Rich has changed his ankle. I don't know if will be something, I don't know how many weeks. I don't know how many, if there is weeks or no weeks. Rich, I think will be some weeks. And Okai shouldn't be something serious, because has been that he was not ready to compete with this problem in the back.
Tom Fellows was ill, wasn't he? Had illness. Obviously, we know you were ill this week. There's been a bit of illness around the camp. How is he? Is it minor or?
That's why I told you that we have yesterday a couple of doubts that I told you.
Yeah.
Towson, for example, he couldn't train, but he has been ready to compete today. And Tom Fellows, unfortunately, he couldn't train yesterday because was in the bed, because was feeling unwell. And we know that in this moment of the season, this type of situation are going to happen.
Okai had a pass for the first goal and had a couple of difficult moments. Do you think he was feeling the problem in his back and it was too difficult?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Before the game, did he tell you he was okay to go, or did you have to make that decision? Or?
No, because he wanted to try. He was feeling well to try, but with the pass of the minute, we were watching that even if he wanted, he couldn't.
I know when it goes 2-0 with 20 minutes left, it's difficult, but you still had a number of chances after that, maybe 2 or 3 chances to change things.
Yes, I think that we cannot ask more to the team in terms of how they were competing the game, because the team saw, of course, a lot of respect for ourselves, for our fans, for everyone, trying to go for the game. That is what you need to do until the end of the game. In football, we know that the emotion can change after you score the goal. It changed for the opponent and changed for you too. But unfortunately, we couldn't find a way to change this emotion in the game.
If you was to find the overall main thing that didn't happen today or that needed to be improving, would you just say those key moments you have to take and make the goal? Do you think everything else was quite even? You were quite happy? Or?
No, we need to keep improving our positional attack, because when you have positional attacks, you want to create chances and not concede chances. We did better in the second half. We didn't use enough, for me, some advantages in the first half, so something to consider and to improve is there. the manage of the transition is something that we should we have to do better, because you know you are going to concede goals, and after the accuracy in the last part of the action too.
Just on Andy Weiman's debut, Carlos, were you pleased with what you saw from him today?
Yes, I was positive because I think that he was helping the team to assist, because for me he had a couple of special details. In one, the pass that he gave to Swift, another one, the pass that he gave with the head to Dike. So he was involved in two of the key action of the team.
Let's just ask about the away record and the form away compared to that at the Hawthorns. Can you have an answer or a reason maybe as to why you think it is as it is?
I think the answer, you can find reasons in the back of the behaviors, but at the same time, it's something that of course we have to improve.
Yeah. Do you, I mean, just when you're preparing to play away and instructions and the formations, tactics, do they change from home to away, or you know, same instructions on Boxing Day at the Hawthorns as to here today? Or?
I think every defeat is different.
Yeah.
And it's important to analyze in detail everyone. But when past the time, for example, the conditions against when we were playing against Swansea, or the conditions that we play today were different of another defeat that we have achieved. But in football, in terms of the numbers, when you analyze numbers, you put out the context of the games. When you put out the context of the game, we have just the number, and the number show us that away we need to do better. The message today, I can tell you, being honest with you, that the message today before the game was my last speech my last sentence was, let's play today in the same way that we play in our stadium. And for me, the team put a lot of personality, but has not been enough to get something else.
Do you think it will maybe take that next big result away from home to maybe bring a bit more, I don't know, confidence in the players when they are away, do you think? Or?
I think the players have the confidence in the personality. It's more about not the game management. It's about football sometimes is too simple, and we find out more reasons in the back. I think that we need to do better, to work more clinically, and to use better the opportunity that we have, because it helps us to win football games. When you have possibilities, like for example against Swansea, the big chance that we have with Asante, or like today that we have some good moments to can do something else, you have to do, because if you don't do, and you play against good teams, you will suffer the result that you don't want to suffer.
I know it's immediately after this game, but we won't see you until Friday now. How do you go about, you know, preparation this week and lifting everybody and getting ready for next Sunday?
This is something that we will start after tomorrow, because first of all, tomorrow we need to analyze this defeat. We need to analyze which things we did well and which things we didn't do enough well, to improve our form, especially away, to understand better the games and to be a better team.
Yeah.
When you analyze games and to try to improve, is part of your improvement, is part of your preparation to the next game.
And it sounded like you were hopeful that Okay, he might be okay for next weekend, hopefully. Not a problem with his back. Or...
I think so. Rich, after the today game, I can tell you that Rich for me will be on doubts, and that normally Okay should be ready to play.
Did you have any further information on Malumbi yet?
Like I told you, I think he will be around 3 months out of the competition, so around 12 weeks. We expect that he is not come back with the team.
That's a massive update and a long period for him. It's a lot worse than you expected, I think.
Yes, but sometimes this injury are like this. Looks like he was ready to play with injection against Swansea, but he was not ready to play, and because in the Leeds game he suffered that injury that is going to move him. This is around 12 weeks after when the surgery happened, because he needs now the surgery too to fix the injury. So still we are watching, analyzing more the injury or the type of surgery that we are going to do, but no, we don't expect less than 12 weeks after he has the surgery.
Is it ligaments or do you know? Or just...
No, it's not legal. It's like I don't know in English well, but it's one part of the foot that they need to fix well.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks so much, Carlos.
Carlos, can I just ask if you expect any to come in or any to go out in the next 10-12 days in terms of the window, please?
Yeah, we expect to add at least one player to cover the needs that we have in front of the attack, and after we need to analyze and consider the situation with Molumby.
So you expect to add one player offensively in attack.
Yeah.
And do you think there may players maybe leaving either on loan or permanently in the next?
No, I don't think so. But in football, we never know the things with enough consistency, with enough. I cannot guarantee you things when the market is open.
And I know you've got to review this game, and it probably is still a bit too raw at the moment to be thinking too much further ahead. But I just want to follow up on my colleague's question about lifting the mood after a disappointing day. How do you go about that on Monday when you get the players in front of you? What are the messages that you will be looking to lift the group after a day?
I think this is after every game you have a process in front of you. The process doesn't finish the next day after one game. The process finishes the day of the next game. So during this process, we need to first of all to feel the pain of one game like the one of today, because it's very necessary that we feel the pain of the defeat, because this is one of the things that make you better and increase the desire and increase the use of your resources when you are in the pitch. The second thing is analyze the game to understand better and to improve analyzing and understanding better the games. And after, you will start to prepare the games psychologically and tactically and technically in all the aspects that we know and physical that are going to be important to play the next game. But we don't have to make any special thing, because in football this is the process that we always do to prepare the football games.
So when does that start? On Monday or?
No, tomorrow. Tomorrow we have the recovery in the compensation day, and tomorrow we have the meeting with the players, and we will start to talk about the things that were linked with today. Tomorrow I am not going to mention anything about the next game. Tomorrow I will mention everything about today's game, and after the day off we will start to mention every single detail of the next game.
Carlos, so sorry, I was going to ask, you mentioned Malumbi there in terms of the transfer market. Might that, so serious, so long, you might have to think about now a midfielder if
Yes,
you can.
we have the responsibility to think on this, to see what is the best decision that, according to our possibilities, we can make.
Do you think that's possible? In terms, you already want a winger. Do you think it's possible to have two, midfield winger?
I think it's something that we need to consider, knowing that Molumbi is going to be long time out of the team.